All right. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. What do you say? What do you say? You got Tanya R. Brown in the house today. That's right. That's right. Um, it's been a minute, y'all. It's been a minute. I'm not gonna lie. I like to try to keep it real with everyone. I was getting a little bit discouraged, but beyond getting discouraged, I was also busy trying to keep my head above water. Okay? It's hard out here for a sister. You hear me? It's hard out here for a sister. All right. So let me check my sounds and stuff. So let me do that. I'm not even gonna be here long. I just I want to get back in the groove. I want to get back in the groove because I do miss this. So uh let me check. Yeah, let me check my sound systems here. Let me see if you can hear me. I can hear me and all that good stuff. So let me see. Let's see. Do that. I'm not even gonna be here long. I just I want to get back in the groove. I want to get back in the groove because I do that. So uh, let me check. Yeah, let me check my sound systems here. Let me see if you can hear me. I can hear me and all that good stuff. So let me see. Okay. So that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, so anyway, that's a lot been going on. Um and I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons why I felt like I was discouraged because of my view count. But then you have to remember, why do you do this? See, I had to remember, why? I would love to have the numbers. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to have the numbers. And while I'm saying that, let me send a link out. Hold on. Because your girl don't do too well with multitasking. I gotta do I can do more than one thing at one time, but I can't just kind of do them all at once. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do this like right now, then I could stop for a second and do this, and I can work it out. Okay, so hold on, let me send this link out to my video right now. All right, because I got one person listening. Who is that one person? You want to say anything to me in the chat? That's what I'm saying. I like to have some interaction here. You know what I'm saying? But in time, in time, in time. So give me 1 second. I'm sending out a link. You know what I'm saying? But in time, so close that, share, and I'm going to send that to my buddy. Hey, buddy. You all know my buddy, the Baker Man. Let's see. I'm sending him one. And then let me try to see if I can send another one to another buddy of mine. See if he can listen. And I forgot his code name. Come on, man. Let me see. Uh, I get it later. So anyway, hey buddy, I think I see you on there. Baker Man, do a thumbs up in the chat if that's you, because I really do think it's you. So I just sent you the link. I was telling everybody. I said, hold on, give me a second. I'm sending this out to my buddy. And then I said, oh, y'all know who my buddy is. This is the Baker Man. So if that's you out there, Baker Man, say hi to the people in the chat for me, if you will. Um, so I was just telling the people, because I'm not going to be here very long. Yeah, let me talk up a little bit louder. I'm not going to be here very long today. I just wanted to stop in and say hello. I haven't been here. It might have been a month since I've been checking in. And, the whole time I've been encouraging and trying to enlighten and share the information.
that that I find out and I discover. And I will just say what telling you what happened and what's going on with me. Um, you know, the information that I was trying to keep up with, 47, like that can get a bit overwhelming, and it got hard for me to keep up, like you got to stay on it every day, all on it. And like I stay on the topics like for an hour, some change and stuff, and too just trying to teach the people things and myself, and just sharing the information that I learned. So, um, I'm not gonna say that it was so discouraging that it knocked me off of my grind and took me off of my mission of what I was trying to do. But in between trying to work, in between trying to maintain, in between trying to create other opportunities for myself, for my kids, and different stuff like that, and grandkids, it just got to be. I got off a track. How about that? So I just got off a track, and then looking at the numbers here. I'm like not getting a lot of reaction, feedback, and stuff like that. So one instant gratification, I think. So not seeing my numbers up like I'm like, wow. Then I had a phone call come in to me, and they said, "Hey, look at me. You know, um, you should have more than this." And they're going to help me out too to show me how to get more stuff. But this thing here is all games, this system here, because this going to take growth in what you call it, just determination and all of that type of stuff to even push this type of content, because the direction that I'm going in, they don't even this not what this is really like. They really want to do the latest dance channel challenges and stuff. Like I never knew love like this before. Have y'all seen that one? What a surprise that you get somebody to dance in the background while you sing that. And it's like, I told my grandbaby that she can eat all the candy she wants um, today if she dance in the background. All these different types of challenges. That type of stuff really moves in the algorithm. And, a lot of nonsense. Not saying that the good stuff don't move too, but you have to build yourself up into it. So I'm new and I'm learning the way. So I let the numbers discourage me somewhat too. And but this is not all about the numbers, because remember, I'm doing this too so that when I'm long gone, my grandkids and my kids can easily say, I want to hear my mother's voice. Or what would my mother say about this? Or what would my grandma say? And they get an idea of my grandkids and kids that don't even, that's not even here yet, get an idea. And hopefully, maybe somebody might jump in and continue on with the channel and do what they might want to do with it. And then the channel um, continues to grow. You know, I don't have all the answers. All I can do is just get out here and try. So anyway, so I'm back today. I'm back today and I'm happy to be here. And I'm going to try not to leave again. You hear me? I'm gonna try not to leave again and just stay on it, right? So and figure out different things. I had even stopped talking about him so much, 47, and started talking about the system, which is good. You can't beat the system if you don't understand the system. And I don't think we understand the system at all because we let the system play us. Okay. And then let me just tell you something about what I feel like. And then I'm going to go because I said I won't be here very long. When I say how we let the system play us, I was even thinking I could do a review of all the shows I did, because we have to keep things in our mind because it's so easy to get distracted. So here in my neighborhood this weekend, we had a whole bunch of college students. I think it was a homecoming or something like that. And I want to talk about that, and then I'm gonna go sharing some knowledge, what I think about life. So, and then my grandbaby came, my 14-year-old grandbaby came down, and she spent the night with me. And she's in the 10th grade. So I think freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. So I think she's a sophomore. So my other son was talking to her, asking her about school and stuff. And did she know any freshmen? And she was like, "No, I don't know no freshmen." Because, that's like the ninth grade. So, like, oh, you getting too big to know the freshmen? Like, any seniors? I know a little bit. And you're going to know a little bit seniors, okay? Don't get mad at me. Some of the seniors probably looking at I'm talking like relationship. Some of the seniors might be looking at the juniors. I mean, the sophomores. The senior guys might be checking out uh, a sophomore kid. You know what I'm saying? Could be. You ain't got to take the relationship too far, but you can check her out, and then continue to check her out till she get up there, and then you can say, "Hey, this might be the one for me," right? You could do that. So when she said, any freshmen as a female, she go, no, no, no. But I think as a male, not freshman, sophomore. Oh, let me just do this. As a 10th grader, as a male, I think, you could go ask the guy, any ninth graders? Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. He could have his eye on a ninth grader. But the girls, any ninth graders? Nah, nah, I don't really know that. You too big now. You passed the ninth grade. Any 12th graders? Yeah, I know some. Right? I'm pretty sure you do know some 12th graders. So, what's the moral of this story, Tanya? So, the moral of this story is, I said, well, why don't you get to know a ninth grader, like a ninth grader girl? A ninth grader girl that's cool, just came out of elementary school, right? Because, yeah, let me get it straight. Because you're in the ninth grade. Oh, came out of middle school. Okay, came out of middle school. Let me get it right. So, why don't you get to know a ninth grader that just came out of middle school as you as a 10th grader and like be maybe a mentor, pick the right girl, you know, mentor, teach one, reach one, teach one. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So grab a little ninth grader girl, because my grandbaby's smart, right? She is. She's really smart. Like with a high IQ, honor roll. She's graduating with dual degrees and stuff. So why don't you get a little ninth grader girl like yourself that just came into high school and teach one? Each one, reach one, teach one. And but like seniors, yeah, I know them. I know you know them, and they know you too. Some of them probably got that eye on you, so you have to be very careful with them anyway. So, and she look up to them, just like the ninth grader will look up to her in the 10th grade. So, um, this weekend at the college, um, they had like a homecoming or something, and um, one person got ended up getting killed too on the campus of Virginia State Union, and and I'm not talking bad about any students, but the way that the society has it put, you know, when these kids are born, they already have a plan for us from day one. They got it from pregnancy, really. Yeah, did you hear Trump say, don't take Tylenol? That's what he said. I give your baby autism, which I don't really want to get all into that, and I'm just not gonna just straight believe that is what it is because that's what he's saying it is. I don't honestly I don't trust the government. I really, really don't trust the government. So they go, hey, don't take the Tylenol. They give your baby autism and stuff. And if it don't, Tylenol should sue Trump and them for even putting that out there. First it was take the shot, don't take the shot. Talking about that, um, the 19. And some people rushed to get it, some people didn't. Now they go, hey, that shot really wasn't good for you. So all I'm saying is that the system that they have in place for us, it starts right at conception. They already know. The government uses us. So when you put your baby into school, they already teaching and training them. That curriculum pretty much stays the same all the way for each year. I probably can go back to school and they still teaching the same stuff that they used to teach when I was in elementary, middle school, high school, college, right? Come to find out, some of the courses that you learn in college is not even valuable enough to help you get a job, right? So anyway, so they having this homecoming and stuff like that. And, people getting hurt. I'm coming home. They in the middle of the street twerking, the girls. I mean, get out the car twerking. Mm, 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 mm. Right? Couple of them. In the middle of the street. Stopping traffic. They didn't care. They was having fun. They probably was fun. It was night, so they probably couldn't really see if it was me. Like I don't think they care or knew who was really in the car. It was like, oh. So I let them get that twerk on, and then like, how long will this last? So I'm like, okay, take my hand out the window. Can you please get on the sidewalk with that? Can you go ahead on? Can you go ahead on? And luckily, they was pretty cool, and they went on. This all girls just went on and got on the sidewalk. So they was walking up the sidewalk. So I mean, just really crowded and stuff. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with having a good time, right? But it's a way to have a good time. So I'm saying this to say, so I'm pretty sure the seniors at in the 12th grade is looking up to the college students. So you see what I'm saying? So the elementary, like you go in the Head Start, looking so forward to getting to kindergarten. Like I'm going to kindergarten. Everybody's so proud. I'm getting on the bus. That's my other grandbaby. This look, I got two. So happy to get on the bus. So happy to get ready to go to school. And then my other one is in the high school. She's going through the steps. So in the ninth graders now, 10th graders, I know some. And so everybody always looking up to the one that's a little bit higher. So the seniors is looking up to the college students. So it's like, oh, thinking it's so great. But as I'm looking, and I told my grandbaby about the college students, don't be so don't admire them so much because they on the loose. These college kids are on the loose. They get home. I mean, they get from around their parents, so they get to be free and they get to do whatever they want to do, and they have to be responsible in their head. Ain't nothing wrong with having a good time, but what's twerking in the middle of the street, not knowing who was in the car. They got that man that ran over that girl. I'm not because she was tweaking. I mean, twerking in the street down there in Charlottesville, but you just don't know where people minds at, right? So, you know, twerking in the middle of the street is not a wise thing to do. Twerking walking down the street, not a wise thing to do. A party that's overcrowded, out of control, maybe might not be the best party to go to. So I'm just thinking, don't be so impressed as a young person telling my grandbaby what the college students because half of them out of their mind. They try to get in these sororities, and some of them, they hazing and doing different things, and they dying behind it. Some of them are not passing through their courses like they should. You on scholarships, you can lose your scholarship if you have one. If your parents paying for it and you fail out and don't do very well, that's just wasted money and stuff like that. So I'm almost thinking you shouldn't send your child straight to college right after high school. They could be too immature and the price is way too high to make mistakes, right? Because college is very, very expensive. So, but society in the system has you going like straight down the road and have you going to college. And then you accumulate this college debt because that's not going nowhere. Whether you do good or you do bad, you stay or you drop out. You're going to have to pay this college debt. You cannot be able to bankruptcy it. You can't do nothing but really be stuck with it. So do you send your 18-year-old, 19-year-old straight to college? I know one time they were saying they're gonna take a break. And some kids do. I forgot what the name of that is. They made it a name where you take 1 year break before you go to college. So uh, my word for the day is we have to use our own mind. If your child is ready and you think they're mature enough to go out of town or whatever and go to school and do what they're supposed to do and make this thing work, then of course go. But if you think they're not ready and they just going because the system said you should go to college, and they not really ready, because you got some kids you're talking college and say, "What's your majoring in?" "Oh, I'm not really too sure what I want to do," and blah blah blah. So they said, "Well, just take up general studies, just take up this, and if you want to, you can change your major later. Just take up your prerequisites and blah blah this and that." Maybe you shouldn't be going at that particular time. You don't need to go to college for everything. Like I always tell my grandbaby, first of all, you're gonna have to get your scholarship. Do not pay no money. Um, know what you want to take up and make it worthy. Like graphics and all that type of stuff. That stuff seems like it's okay. And you have a degree behind it, but you got some people that do very well in graphics and business and all that type of stuff and don't have degrees. So you say, well, in order for me to get that good job, I need a degree. But what's a good job these days? They taking that away. AI and all that type of stuff is happening too. So you have to really, really, really focus in on what you're doing and try to make your moves as strategic as possible. And that's what you want to do with your kids when you're trying to send them in the schoolhouse into college, right? So, um, that's the point that I'm just trying to make. So society has it all locked down. Everything that they do it for the economy. They're not saying go to school, do this and do that, and so that you can be, you know, great and stuff like that. That's the story they selling, but it's to build up the economy. And we listened to Caroline Levitt, the spokesperson for 47. When she said we're going after student debts and you got to pay your debts back and stuff like that. And maybe that's what I should have just been doing a recap on that because everything I'm talking about already went through this. But this what we're gonna constantly keep doing. And college is getting more and more expensive. So yeah, I'm almost thinking don't go to college right after high school. Go get a job. Go figure out what you want to do. And they taught us too to stay at a job, be loyal, um, get that time in so that you can get the benefits and all of that type of stuff. And then they keep moving up the retirement age so you can't even get off the job, right? So I say it's okay as a young person to get a job. If you don't like the job, it's okay to move. it's okay to say, you know what? I'm gonna try another field. You're young enough to start doing that. Don't get on the job and say, oh, like just using that for an example, Bank of America. Oh, well, Bank of America is a good job. I'm not gonna leave. You unhappy. You young. You just landed the job, 18, 19. And you can get that job too. Like apply yourself. How you putting in all them applications that go to different colleges and stuff. Put in those applications for those jobs. They like young people. Then you get the job. Some of these jobs help you pay for your college, right? So you can do that. You can sign up, I think, for the National Guards, which even though he's deploying National Guards right now for poor people. But but you can, if you want, you can go to service if you can make it through 2 years, or you can make it through 4 years. Let's say you just can make it through 4 years. Like they say, go to the Navy or the Air Force. That's two good ones. So, and you'd be 18, so 19, 20, 21, 22. And then you can even go to school while you're there. You don't have no fees to pay. Then all the kids that you have can go for free. Um, Shoot, go work at a college. I worked at a college, like how you can go to the McDonald's and different stuff like that, and like McDonald's supposed to help you with tuition and stuff. But just say like the little other jobs. But say you go work at a university, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I worked at the Virginia. What is it? University of Virginia. No, no, no. University of Richmond. UVR. I worked there. You worked there for 3 years. You can go to college for free. You can go to college for free. You and your family, immediate family. So say you just go there, you 18, and you go put in, because you don't have no real skills yet, but just say, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna work in the cafeteria, right? Because you're gonna go there, go for pay for college, right? And do the loans and stuff, and then like I'm gonna get a job over there at the bookstore, and to help offset some of my fees or whatever, some money I can get. So you can just go there and work for 3 years, and now you can go to college for free. You don't got to pay nothing, and then they got like a whole selection of different colleges that you can go to um, throughout the throughout the the United States. They got different places you can go. They all work with each other, right? I mean, so it's ways to try to do things, but you have to really sit down and strategically think about what am I trying to do, and how can I really accomplish this goal in the most efficient way that don't cost me an arm and a leg. Because when you come out of college with your degrees, I know doctors right now are still paying these tuition fees and stuff. Then so you get out with your good job. Oh no, you get out with your good degree, looking for your good job, which they're not going to pay you a whole lot first, because they're going to say, "Well, you just got out of school, so you don't have to experience anything to keep that budget low." Okay, so um, then you want to get a house. Then you want to get a nice car. Then you got to do insurance. Then it's just never ends. Then you're gonna get them credit cards, and then man, don't mess around and get a baby in between all of that. So like the system is always designed. You have just put yourself in the rat race that we are all in. We are all in this rat race. Some of us just running a little bit faster than others. Some of them pacing it out and stuff. You only got a few that's not in the rat race, and that's the ones that's off the grid, honestly, and they don't get involved with that. So the message for today is always try to think about what you're doing and why you're doing it. And if you do that, little steps by steps, then it'll help you do bigger steps. So today, and it might just sound so immature, maybe don't nobody get what I'm saying, but this how I function. So today, like I already wrote out my work schedule. I work for myself. So and working for yourself is cool. You know, they say entrepreneur. I've been able and blessed enough to work for myself for maybe 5, 6 years now. So it gets the bills paid. Um, and I'm managing, right? So, but you got to do everything yourself. You know, I got to do everything myself. If my business fails, it's because of me. If my business grows, it's because of me. So, it is what it is. I work the business, I manage the business, I do everything, okay? A one person show, which is hard to do. You got to keep it going. So, I'm saying all of that to say today, I did my week schedule. I'm proud of it. And I try to do this on this type of form and on this and that and all this. And I got them all different areas. But today, just on my telephone, I wrote out my week schedule and today is Monday and I inserted everything that I want to do today, everything I need to do today, everything that I actually did today. Okay. And that's even including everything like what I'm eating today, what kind of exercise I did today, what kind of phone calls I made today, what kind of bills anything due, what what anything personal I need to do for myself, anything personal I need to do for my family, um just anything that I could think of, any meetings or anything that I'm supposed to be attending. What can I do to better myself today? Is there anything that I could do to help somebody else out today? Um, just everything, everything about today is on today. I don't have it all on here. Like even if I need to go get some toilet paper, it's not on a grocery list. Um, if I need to organize a corner and get it clean, it's not on a to do list. I just put everything on one. And I think if we start to think about the little things that we're going to do from day to day, it can help us get to the big stuff in a little bit better order because they're trying to just have us so overwhelmed that all we can do is what they tell us to do, and we don't have no time to think for ourselves and figure out is this the right thing I should be doing? You know, because it makes me upset to hear like, people trust the government. So you should be able to say, this and this is what it is, and you can believe in them. But my experience and stuff, and what I would say, don't trust the government and don't trust anybody almost out there that's trying to tell you stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some of them just don't even know no better. You know what I'm saying? Some of them really just don't know no better. You go get medicine. You want to get your flu shot today? Like, no, I ain't come here for no flu shot. Well, we're doing it for free. Like, I don't want a flu shot, you know? And then just think about it. Why don't you want one? Do you want one? And think about why am I getting a flu shot? Like, should I really get a flu shot? So anyway, I can just keep on going and going and going and going and going. I'm so happy to be back today. I am, and I'm gonna try to stick on in there, like I said. And that was the message for today, you know. So if you like what you heard, give your girl a thumbs up and share. Look, share. Share, 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 share. If you like what you heard, won't you take it's a share button. Just share it to somebody, right? And push the like button if you like what I just said, and you found it to be a little bit helpful in your world. Okay. And everybody have a blessed day. Okay. Take your time out there. Don't be out here arguing and fussing. Somebody do something you don't like, just move along. You ain't even gotta be like trying to say something. It's not that important. People are snapping out. People ready to kill. They ready to do all kinds of things to the wrong people too. So leave people alone. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. And get out the way. Get out the way. Watch out for the driving. People just driving, cutting in front of you, not looking, all kinds of stuff. It's crazy out here. And that's because everybody's just overwhelmed. You hear me? Overwhelmed. So, with that being said, I love y'all and I'm so happy to be back. And stay woke. That's what you do. Stay woke and try to think ahead of the game. Everything you do, why am I doing this? Is this beneficial to me? Who is it beneficial to? Is it beneficial to any of my kids or anything? And how so? Yeah. And thank you, Baker Man. Yeah, who can afford it? College, that is. And college is it's getting, he cutting out so much type of stuff. He don't even want us there. So, um, but when we get there, I think we need to be doing the right thing and, applying yourself to the lessons. And also, just what are the lessons? Like, is this good? I remember one time, and then I'm getting ready to go. I was going to like this little side college. It was called Rutledge College in Richmond. Um, and I was going to take up word processing, and I was young. And Java, I think it was called JAVA. It was like networking. I don't know how, because I'm not even that good techie of a person with computers. But I was young, so I was willing to try to learn it. It might not have been the best course for me to take, see? So just doing something. I'm like, well, I heard that computer stuff, you make good money in it, but do I have a natural knack for it? Because I'm not that good. Every time I need something to happen, I got to call my son to help me. So here I'm sitting in this networking class trying to learn. I'm right on the beginning. I already took the student loan out and stuff. And then I said, well, let me go out here and try to apply for some jobs while I'm still learning. Like, I'll be a clerk, I'll answer the telephones. I just wanted to get myself in that environment. And when I went for the interview, they told me they don't even use that system. They said that system was outdated. And I'm like, what? So I went to another interview and they told me the same thing, that that system was outdated. And I'm like, what the heck? And I took a student loan out on it. So I go back to, to my college and I go to the counselor and I said, they said this outdated and stuff. And they know it's outdated. She said, well, you can do this one. You can do any one. It's one of the most hardest ones. So if you can do this one, then you can do any one. And that, it's so many different programs out there. And when you get your specific job, the job will train you for whatever program that they're teaching you. And I'm like, this is bullcrap. This is really bullcrap. So you charging me X amount of dollars to teach me an outdated program because you said this is the hardest one. So if I can do this one, I'll be able to do any one. But at the same time, now I'm out here just finishing a college program with an outdated system that you just taught me. And I'm a black woman in America. So now I'm coming out here into the working world of competition for networking, and I know an old program that nobody's using, and I'm black. Oh, you really got me looking competitive out here. See what I'm saying? Figure out some things. Nobody's going to tell you. Nobody's here to help you. And then the last one, Baker Man, this one me and you experienced together. When I was trying to get, the house as a duplex. And they didn't want to try to help out. They could have easily used that second duplex downstairs for extra income. And they didn't do that. They didn't do it. And I even, we even inquired about it, but they made so many reasons on why it wouldn't work. But had we really had known and stood firm in it, and then went to somebody else and just pushed the issue, because this is what we know, then till we can get to somebody that feel like they feel the same way and make it happen. Like, they try to not help you. So when you get out here into this world and you don't have the right tools, and or even just know and have the right people in your corner and stuff like that, you just gotta know the best that you can what you know, and push on that. And what they say, stand 10 toes down on it, like the new kids say. I stand 10 toes down on it, or whatever, like that. So, in closing, just try to know why you do what you do and why you're doing it. And until next time, stay blessed and stay woke. And I'm gonna hit you out with the introduction because I want to see how it sounds. I love it.